Hello, and welcome to my channel called Growth in Equity, where we discuss all things real estate here in Richmond, Virginia, and surrounding areas. My name is James Robinson, and I'm a licensed realtor. If this is your first time here, please do not hesitate to like and subscribe if you find the information useful and would like to see more. Also, feel free to leave a comment should you have any questions or suggestions about the material found in the video. Now let's go ahead and get started. Now that we've gotten the home inspection completed and out of the way, our next focus will be on the appraisal. Now, the whole concept of the appraisal is to confirm the value of the home that you are about to purchase. They will measure and evaluate things such as square footage, the condition of the home, and take into account any upgrades or renovations that have been made over the years. Once this is completed, the appraisal will compare the price of the property to others like it in the area to get an idea of what they sold for, most commonly referred to as comps. This will determine a fair price according to the market, which can work for you or against you, depending on the price. For instance, let's say you had your heart set on a lovely $300,000 home, but the appraisal came back that it was only worth $275,000. That leaves a $25,000 gap that needs to be filled when you've already signed a contract saying that you were going to buy it for $300,000. Now you've got a problem. It might sound better to get it cheaper, but the truth is most lenders will only lend up to the appraisal amount, which could be different than the amount you agreed to purchase it for. Now you are forced to renegotiate, hoping that the buyers will agree to lower their price to their appraised amount. In some cases they do, but they don't have to. They could just as easily say they won't sell for any other price except what you agreed upon in the contract. Now, you could try to appeal the appraisal, but to succeed in doing so means you have to prove that the appraiser did something wrong, which, unless you're skilled in appraising yourself or some level of contracting, is difficult to do. It is at this point where your realtor should have insisted that you had placed inside your contract what's called an appraisal contingency. This protects you from ending up in this position and giving you the right to walk away if the appraisal comes back too low. This is why it is important to have a good realtor who will point out all the different contingencies needed to protect you in the contract. It's also worth noting that unlike the other home inspection, you do not get to choose your appraiser. This person is chosen directly by your lender. His credentials must be approved by them, even though his services are paid for by you. Typically, $400 to $700 for a single home. If you need an appraisal fast, you can also add an additional $100 to $300 to that price. However, on the flip side, if the appraisal comes back higher than expected, then you can relax. The bank will fully fund the loan up to the purchase price, and the additional amount of the appraisal will become your equity upon closing on the property. Then you can move on to completing the necessary loan and processing and underwriting. Now that you have a true appraised value for your bank to work with. Stay tuned for the next video while I'll explain what you can expect fully with the underwriting process. Thank you.